Hi everyone, welcome to week 2. So this is content the abdomen that you learned in week 1 in didactic. So this should be a little bit of a refresher. It should be information you've already studied. But if you get a chance, hopefully, if you had extra time in lab, you may have already spoken about this in week 1, but you may not do the checkoff until week 2. So when you're doing the abdomen, remember this is the first time we sort of switch around that IPPA that we talked about the whole time in 302 as far as the order of our physical exam. Now it is IAPP. Inspect, auscultate, percuss, palpate. So first when you're doing your return demonstration, you'll first inspect. When I'm looking at the abdomen, I'm looking at the contour. The contour is flat. I also note that the abdomen is symmetric, that the skin color is appropriate to ethnicity with pink undertones. I don't see any redness or lesions or exudate. I don't see any striae, tattoos, any moles or lesions, or any incisions on the patient's abdomen. Additionally, I'm looking and I don't see any pulsations. I don't see any bulging of the abdomen either. Next, I'm going to auscultate. So I'm going to listen with my stethoscope. When we're auscultating, we'll listen with our diaphragm of the stethoscope. You will start in the right lower quadrant, and you're going to move side to side in a zigzag pattern, and you're going to go in a clockwise pattern. So starting the right lower quadrant, then right upper quadrant, then left upper quadrant, then left lower quadrant. And so when you listen, you're going to place your stethoscope down, and you're listening for clicks and gurgles. And then you'll move. You'll zig out, doing about 3 to 4 spots in each quadrant. Again, moving in that side to side zigzag pattern. And you want to try to listen for about a minute in each quadrant. If you do not hear any bowel sounds, then you'll want to listen for even longer, up to 5 minutes in each quadrant. And we go in this side-to-side pattern so that way we can get to all of the areas. And I heard normal active bowel sounds heard throughout. Next I'm going to switch to my bell side, and I'm going to locate the aorta. So the abdominal aorta is typically somewhere between, or it runs through sort of the xiphoid process to the umbilicus. So oftentimes we go about 2 inches above the umbilicus, sometimes a little bit to the left, and you would listen to that abdominal aorta for a bruit. No bruit noted. Next, I'm going to go on to percussion. So when we percuss the abdomen, we will do indirect percussion, so 2 fingers, and we're going to follow that same side-to-side zigzag pattern that we followed when we auscultated. Again, going about 3 to 4 spots in each quadrant, starting in the right lower quadrant, going in a clockwise pattern. So you'll go tap, tap, move. Generalized tympany heard throughout. And lastly, we're going to do palpation. For palpation, we do 2 portions. The first time through, we will do light palpation. Oftentimes, we do light palpation with 1 hand, and you're going about 1 to 2 inches deep. So not very deep. And really, when you are going, you will start again in the right lower quadrant, moving in a clockwise pattern, going that side-to-side zigzag pattern, and you're almost doing a massaging movement. Kind of hard to see on the mannequin, but so if I was showing you on my arm, it would look something like this, because you're just trying to feel that first, and so now I'll show you the pattern. So feeling about 3 to 4 spots in each quadrant, and you're just trying to feel that generalized skin tone and musculature, or for any obvious masses or pulsations or any lumps. So I felt good generalized skin tone and musculature and no masses noted. The second time through, you're going to use 2 hands because you're going to go deep palpation. When you go deep, you're going to go about 3 to 5 inches deep. So really trying to feel this time for any masses, any tumors, and any organomegaly. So you'll press down. It's hard to see the depth, but pressing down, using 2 hands so you can get that appropriate depth. Again, doing the same side to side zigzag pattern, doing about 3 spots in each quadrant. And I would say no masses. My patient also didn't verbalize any tenderness, no tenderness, and no organomegaly noted. And that is it for the abdominal exam. Thank you very much and see you next week.